Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026. Now, I supposed to have a client, and she's just cancelled on me, and I've got an hour to kill. So, if the quality of this video isn't great, I'm sorry. We do have severe storms outside, and the cloud cover affects the internet, so I might be a bit blurred or slowed, or there's a bit of a tinny sound that comes off this camera. So I don't know, maybe a bit of a delay. So I do apologise. I'm going to have to research a better quality camera or get the web camera in my computer fixed. It's my son says it's a driver, and I've tried doing the driver bit, but I can't figure it out. I need some tech savvy person to help me. Um, I have a friend who's in Singapore at the moment, and I know he'd help me. He's offered, but I'm not going to go there because he's in Singapore. But I just I'll trundle along. So I'm doing a reading, right? Today's looks like it's a love reading, okay? And yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I was just told by spirit it's a love reading. So excuse me while I wipe my nose. I don't really nose all day, but I think it's the weather. Humid weather. It's been humid. Stormy, humid weather aggravates my respiratory issues. So bear with me. And it doesn't stop me. I keep talking. So I've had asthma all day and runny nose. So great joy. So first of all, you've got some interesting cards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 cards. Okay. So right now you've got the Hangman, which is kind of saying you feel like you're in suspension. You feel like you're waiting. It never seems to move. You feel stuck in mud. If you see me looking faint and about to fall over, it's because Salem, my cat, has just done an enormous turd in the kitty litter and it stinks. I'm sorry. And I have to go clean it. And he's finicky about his kitty litter, and I have to don't clean it. I'm in trouble. So anyway, so you're feeling like you're in suspension. Okay. Odin on the tree is about sacrifice. He's learning to know what it feels like to sacrifice. So this is usually about waiting and having patience, learning patience, and keeping your eye on your dream and your vision of what you want, and not giving up because it doesn't seem to be here right now. The second card is the Ten of Swords, which is the disaster card in the deck. It's a defeat. I can hear the word defeat. It's a feeling of almost giving up, like just having that. I don't mean suicidal ideation. I just mean that sense of you've been through so much that you just can't do it. You just can't do this anymore. You need a break. You need the universe to cut you some slack. So you're heavy and you're tired. And I feel like there's some lessons been learned, and I feel like there is optimism in you, but there's some element of having to clear away the bullshit first. Excuse language. Having to clear away like things that have tangled you up for a long time, and finding your way clear. And then when you get your own head straight, I feel like you're a very determined person, and you're going to get what you want to get. And and I feel like there is hope and there is a sense of positivity there. But it's just there's a sense of heaviness. I keep using the word heavy, and that heavy. And you're not heavy. It's the obligations and burdens that you've had around you have been a bit like shackles, and you're kind of trying to shake them free, but you don't want to hurt or upset anybody, and that's okay. Um, Understandable. So then you've got the justice card, which is about balance and justice. Things are being, it's almost like connected to a karmic kind of, sorry, the light's in the way. The karmic kind of side to it, although that's the judgment card. But the justice card is about balance. She's got the scales in hand, and it's almost like saying that there's a sense of the right thing being done. Okay. And it's also in the book that comes with these cards. It says, try and walk a mile in the moccasins of others. So, justice card, like I said, I see this as connected to the karma card, which is judgment. When it's with the judgment card, it's about legal activity or lawsuits or something like that, and it's karmic. But what I mean, and it isn't with the judgment card today, but with the justice card, it's just kind of saying here that you've had to go through what you had to go through to rebalance and learn your karmic lessons. And glasses are crooked. Sorry, crooked. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I've got new glasses. Where are they? Oh, they're in my bag over there. I got new, and they're multifocals, and I love them. But when it comes to reading, I go, they've only got a narrow little strip in the middle for reading, and I it just discombobulates me. So when the new year comes around, you can get another new free pair. I'm going to get a new free pair, and I'm going to make them a bifocal so that I can have at least that less confusion, because the corners are kind of blurred, you know what I mean? But these ones are my really old, really old ones, and I still wear them around the house all the time, and they're fine, and they're just reading glasses, but I can see fine in front of me and watch TV. So I don't know. It's just it's weird, isn't it? How they do with glasses. The optometrist I saw was a lovely Scottish fella from Glasgow, I think it was, and he knew his job and he did a good job. So anyway, I'm meandering. And so the glasses I got are great, but just getting used to them is hard. That's what I'm saying. So I keep my old ones on. That's why they're crooked, because they're old and they're wonky. So that's where I was going with it. Sorry, ADHD brain. So justice is wrongs being righted, but also a sense of balance coming back into life, and that sense of getting it, because the sword is about the intellect and mentality and the cognitive aspect of the lessons learned. So just keep your mind on the future, where you're going, what you've learned, what you come out of. Try to let go of any guilt and shame and sadness. Breathe. Clean break. Again, I see the sword coming down, cutting a clean break, and that way you know that you've done all that you can. And it's, I have a cat hovering. Sorry, my cat's micromanage me, and I'm actually a nervous wreck at the moment because I couldn't get anything done. That's why I'm doing this now when I should be doing a client, because I couldn't do it before because they were on top of me. Anyway, so the justice card is there. All right, so the next card is the Hierophant card, or the Pope card, and this is about doing things in a non-conformist way. Okay, before you did it by the book, which is what this means. It means doing it in the conformist way, doing it in a tried and true way that's got the pathways and ruts well worn and reliable and blah, blah, blah. But this is asking for you to go rogue. That's my term for it, because I always get this, and it's usually when it's upright, it's saying don't go rogue. We know what you like, because I do go rogue. But when it's reversed, it's kind of saying you've got to be unconventional. You've got to be unconventional with how you deal with things. So don't. Just try and get rid of that light so it doesn't block it out. So being unconventional with how you do things, because I think before you tried to do it the conventional way and it didn't quite work. And so also what I'm getting is you've got to do things your way now. There's an element of obligation and heaviness, and that sense of locking yourself into something that you thought was going to be for you, but there's a sense of being locked in, and there's no anger or resentment or begrudgment. It's just that sense of feeling like you had no choice, and they're just saying here, it's now, this is about freedom, breaking free, going rogue, and doing something your way. With regards to the Hangman, which is the suspension card, the one that's sacrificed being in suspension and waiting, you've got the Six of Swords, which means you're almost there. So don't give up. He's almost to the side. So he's in the boat, and he's steering the boat towards the other side of the river. And so he's aiming for the river, and he's almost there. He can't give up. He's got to keep going. And this is a really good encouragement card. It's encouraging you to not give up. Oh my God, the cat's climbing on things. Luna, I'm not mad. I just don't want you to fall. Never mind. Honestly, that cat, she's like, I don't know what it is. She's just like, she's fearless. She just goes into things. She's going to fall off. She's driving me mad. Anyway, so I need a holiday from the cats. Help me, please. Help. I've been micromanaged. I'm the food deliverer, the bum wiper, the clean up after her. I'm the hot water bottle that they like to sit on. I can't even work. They're on top of me. I'm sorry, I'm having a bitch. I'm having a moan. I don't know. I love them, but they're driving me. Because they're indoor cats. It's like, I'm their entertainment unit. and I've got to work. So Six of Swords. So you're almost there. Don't give up. Stay focused, eye on the prize. So it's very much an encouragement card. You're almost there. You're almost there. The World card is about full circle moment. It's like you've gone around completely around the world, and now you come back to the beginning. So you've gone on a journey, for a long journey. Imagine going in a boat for a long time around the world to circumnavigate the world. And just imagine that you spent a lifetime in a boat paddling around the world, and you find yourself so many years later back on the shores of where you left. And there's that sense of, oh, I'm back here again, but a different person. And I think, oh, she's settling on the bed. Sorry, thank God. It's you don't understand what it's like living with these two. They stalk around me, and my nerves on edge. It triggers my PTSD. It's like they're around me, and it's like Salem's gone in the other room. He's left a stink in the laundry, and now he's gone into the bedroom to sleep on my side of the bed. So I won't. I have to, don't get myself. And now Luna's settling on her new bed that I bought her, and she thinks I sport her rotten, and I have really. I got it for Salem, but he doesn't like it, and she's sleeping in it. It just stops him from sleeping on her spot. They're very sort of she's comfort based, and she wants her bed, but Salem started sleeping on her spot, and he's pushing her out of all the safe places that she has. So sorry, love me, love my cats. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. So the World card is about a full circle moment. You're coming back to your origins, and it's a feeling of what have you learned on this round the world trip that you've had. You've been in a dinghy with a couple of thongs as your paddles, and you've got had maybe a bag of apples and a couple of sandwiches and a flask and a cut lunch, to survive the past few decades going around the world. And it's almost like you're coming round and you're coming back to where you were in the beginning, and you kind of come back appreciating what you've learned on the journey. But boy, are you glad to come back to land. Oh, you're glad after what I can see in the other cards. Yeah, but you just want normality again, don't you? So this is the Two of Wands reverse, which is saying separation or a parting of ways with someone. Could be a business partner, it could be a relationship, but they're just saying here there's a parting of ways and a separation, the sense of coming apart, a collaboration. It's a collaboration card, and they're just saying here that it's time. I feel like there's no energy left, and to perpetuate it would be torturous. So this card's just saying here, let go, and it won't hurt as many people as you think. It's almost like on some level, it's a kindness to all parties, including yourself. It's time, because you can't fall on your own sword, and you can't exhaust yourself anymore, and you will get sick if you don't. But this is what I'm getting psychically. But the collaboration card, like I said, it could be career, relationship, or partnership, or it could be a love relationship. The career, the wands represent, because it's two wands, the wands represent career. But I often get this in readings for a relationship partnership breakup. And so I'm not getting anything intuitive on that. That's just all I'm getting from that card. The Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Rods. It's it says rods in my deck. I've had to use these decks for like 30 years. And so it's a beautiful deck. And I've gone through umpteen amount. I've bought them over and over again because they get worn out. It's based on the Rider-Waite deck. Rider-Waite? Rider-Waite? Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying. The traditional Rider-Waite. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. It's it's a traditional tarot deck. It's just different artwork. It's the same, different artists, same artwork. It's just the same symbology. And the Eight of Wands is about, it's career again, but also it doesn't have to be career. The energy of the wands is one of swiftness, things happening quickly. It's on its way. It's moving. There's movement. It's coming to you. But like with the other cards, that the World card coming around to see, that's your bit, is just to come back to the land. You've done the circumnavigation, come back to the land. That's what you need to do. And the only other aspect is that the Hangman, which is you have to be in suspension and be okay. And what was the other one? The Hierophant, which is about doing things in an unconventional way and try not to go back into old patterning. Do things differently this time around, whatever you're learning from, whatever it is. But the Eight of Wands is about swiftness, things happening quickly. The moment you let go and that you're ready to move on to the next phase of your life, that's when things start happening. And it can happen overnight. It doesn't have to be another 2 months or 16 weeks. It's like it can happen the moment you decide to let go, and things will happen. And I'm learning that one in my life. The moment I let go is when things happen, even within a matter of 2 days. Surprises me, but it's just you've got to have faith as well in our higher power. So swiftness is the key of this one. Things happening quickly, they're waiting to happen, and being fearful of letting go can delay. So I hope that helps someone out there, because this is a relationship reading I was told by Spirit. I never know what I'm going to get until 2 minutes before I do the video. But I'm, like I said, I'm in between clients at the moment. So and I was looking forward to talking to this person, and I can't talk to them now. I love my job so much. I love it so much. I really do. I'm cut out for this. I'm looking at doing training for, as you probably maybe know, I don't know if I said it on here. Maybe I did it. I've got a new page called The Religious Trauma Therapist, and I'm going to do some more training. There's a couple of courses I'm going to do for religious trauma and spiritual abuse and cults, to understand high control groups. And there can be religions, there can be literal cults, there can be organizations and groups, MLM, multi-level marketing stuff as well. It's all connected to that kind of mentality. And you know, there's a lot of religious groups that are that way inclined, high control groups. They don't like the term cult, but they kind of have that kind of structure. So that's why they're kind of lumped in. And then the other course, I'm just thinking now, I'm just asking my colleagues on the Facebook page whether they know of any training for children, teenagers in particular, because I feel guidance and pull to helping younger people going through stuff. And it was in the periphery, and I resisted it because I thought, no, that's very important. Counselling children is very important, and I wasn't trained for that. But then it's come to my light, really, that I do reach people on their level, young and old, and I have a child, an adult child, and he's gone through stuff. So I'm just thinking about it, and I'm just looking into it, because there was something on a Facebook page group, people asking for guidance about their daughter. I won't go into anything here private, but because it was sort of semi-anonymous anyway. And it just made me realise, she was only 14, this girl. I just realised that people are a bit lost, are looking for people with that understanding. And I'm just thinking maybe it's a niche I could go into, diversifying, you know. And so I don't know, I'm thinking about it and I'm looking into it. So you may or may not know, but I have a counselling page called Angel by My Side. I have a religious trauma page, The Religious Trauma Therapist. I have other pages. I've got the Fiber Witches Basket, which is my crochet page. I haven't updated that lately because I have done quite a few projects, but I've been a bit busy in other areas. And the other page is I used to do dreadlocking. You may or may not know, I used to do a lot of dreadlocking for people, including some bikies, which was interesting. I had a bikie once come to me where I used to live up the road. I think his name was Craig, and he had a mullet. It was bald on top, but he had a mullet at the back that was dreadlocks, short dreadlocks. And I laugh about this because he was drunk when he used to come to see me, and he used to park cricket in the driveway. But he was a nice fella, and he used to joke about, well, didn't joke about, he used to talk about his grandmother's chicken noodle soup or something. We used to laugh. He was giving me the recipe for it. And then I'd have lots of girls, lots of women with dreadlocks, and I'd have a couple of guys. But a lot of it was, and that was a page of mine. That was angel dreadlocks. I use the word angel quite a lot, you can notice, because of my background as a psychic medium. So that was a wonderful experience doing dreadlocking, but I wasn't really good at the installations. I could do them. I did more maintenance work, a lot of maintenance work. That's what I did. And the reason why I wasn't good at the dreadlocking wasn't because I didn't make them. I could make dreadlocks. It was because I was a lot more overweight, 30 kilos more than I am now. And it was exhausting. You could be 13 hours installing the dreadlocks. And I didn't have the stamina and energy for that, because I had a lot of health issues. So I could still do it, and I can turn back to it now if I want to, but I'm not in the mood for it at the moment because I've got some aches and pains. So that makes sense. So I realised it wasn't sustainable for me as I was getting older. But I used to have dreadlocks down to my bum, and I loved them. I miss them. And there's another page I have. Oh, I've got a few pages. Belly dance page, which is Little Gems Belly Dance. And there's another one, massage one, but I kind of unpublished that for a bit because I do massage, and I've refreshed my skills this year for massage as well. So I want to get back into that, which I love. I love it so much. The last girl I did fell asleep on the table, and I had to shake her to wake her up. She was asleep, a drool coming out of her. But I do a bit of Reiki with it because I'm a Reiki master too, and I do Reiki with my massage. That's how I do my Reiki. Because even though we think of all the moves in the Reiki class lesson, I was listening to some. I was listening to some person that was an expert in Reiki from a long time ago, someone who's in the old school Reiki, and he was saying that even though they created pathways and hand positions, Reiki wasn't necessarily like that originally. It was just you put your hands on them wherever, and the energy flows where it needs to go, and that's how I work. I do, excuse me, I do follow Diane Stein's method more than anything now. You know, she's kind of a bit of a radical sort of feminist type. But that's besides the point. But she had very much that rogue, like the high priestess, the Pope reversed. She's got a bit of rogueness in her. She did things her way, and she created some new kind of symbology, which were more user friendly than the other ones. But you can use either or both. And in anything spiritual, it's intention, isn't it? Really, with Reiki, it's intention, as well as the symbology. You can even imagine the symbols in your head without having to draw them. You can imagine them on the palms of your hand. All of its intention. So I just spray this house. I make up my own holy water. So I sprayed this house this morning. I can just realize how light it feels in here. Much better. The animals seem to be calmer when I spray the place. Yeah, and I do my prayer and ritual work, and I carry on. So, but I just want to do a quick layout today. I'm going to do layout in the video. I'm going to do another video in a minute. I'm going to do a talk on my naturopathy page. That's right, I've got my naturopathy page. Lisa Hodgson Naturopath. That's the other one. And so I'll be doing a talk either tomorrow or Friday. I don't know, but I'm going to do it via this way, YouTube. So I might record it and then upload it to the page. It's on methylation, which is, you might go, what with the what now? Methylation is important for many processes, including mRNA, DNA and RNA synthesis. What do they call it? What's the wording? Because they're both DNA and RNA. And obviously it's connected to the mitochondria, because I think it's in the mitochondria that the RNA and transcription goes on, I think. But it's to do with energy. It's also to do, because it's connected to the B vitamins and synthesis, but it's also to do with what they call it, glutathione, which is an antioxidant, a strong antioxidant body, and it comes through homocysteine, which can be problematic in the body, but you break free cysteine free from that, and it goes down to form glutathione. So these cycles, there's several cycles connected to one another. They're important for the body, and this is what I'm going to be talking about in the methylation talk. My ADHD brain gets a bit jumbled with all the data, but it's in there, and I wrote it down. I wrote down a talk. So if you're interested in that, go onto my Naturally page. Probably go on the weekend, because it could be any time between now and the weekend. I'll do the talk if you're interested in it. But excuse me, it's not my strong point, but because I don't use it a lot, but I know of it, and I think and suspect that because methylation can affect people who've got certain conditions, and so we often, as naturopaths, look at them as having methylation issues, and that's why they have things like anxiety and what have you, stress and what have you. Their body is not functioning optimally. So yeah, if there's any questions, or you want a card pull done, and I could do a quick reading on here for you on your card pull. I have had a few people do that, and I can do a reading for you on here. It's a short one, and yeah, any ideas of what you want to talk about, or if you want to ask about, if you want me to know, reach out to anyone that's passed on to see if grandma's there, or dad's there, or uncle's there. I can do that. I just need their first name, and how, I suppose basics. I don't need a lot of information, but just to connect with them. My glasses. Okay, so I'll go now, because I'm going to make another video, but look after yourselves. I hope this helped. Okay, let me know if it helped. By the way, like, share, and where's my mouse? Like, share, and tag. I do that with the cats. Can you do this? I said, I'm going to say, look, can you wiggle your eyebrows? He just looks at me like, You are a weird woman. He really does think he's the head of the household, that cat. I'm just the servant. I just, better not say it in front of him. Anyway, see you guys.